Hey YouTube, and well, whoever's watching this, basically, I'm making this video to kind of like tell everyone like what's happened with Westfield. I've been getting a lot of like DMs and mentions about like how I got there, what happened with me and stuff. And it's not going to be a rant that I'm going to have about like people getting wristbands, because they all probably tried really hard to get them and stuff. I'm just going to tell you like what happened with me basically. Well, it was Friday. It's not like I'm telling a story right now. It was Friday, and me, my friend Emily and Hayley both like wanted to get One Direction presents, so we went to Lakeside and we left at like about 12, and we bought them presents, spent £30 each I think on presents for them. And we was like, because we've got to go to the WestField Signing on Saturday, and I was thinking, oh, we'll do it the day before so we've got them. And we like, basically we get home about 7ish I'd say, and never sleeping around my house because we were going to leave in the morning at like 2 and then probably get there for about 4 because the like wristbands were coming out at like 7. And so we do that, and then we like find out there's people camping already, and we think, oh well, there's only going to be a couple of people camping, we're not going to do that. And so we basically, like, I don't even know what I'm saying, sorry. Basically, I keep saying basically, we went, like, I think we went out and got pizza and stuff and food, and then we just kind of came back in. At that point, people were saying there was 200 people there, and we started to panic. So at about 9 o'clock, I think, my sister was in bed and she's 7, so we picked her up in her pyjamas, got all our bedding, like put all like our One Direction t-shirts on, got the presents, and got in the car. We live in Essex, so it's like a 2-hour drive. By the time we got there, it was about like 11:20. They said that they were going to like open the doors and let people inside the centre at 11:30. Obviously they didn't do that. It was just annoying. They gave out the wristbands and it was like, they lied to us and everything. Me and my friend Emily ran over to the security guard while my mum was getting my sister out the car, and we was like, where do we start queuing? He's like, you need to go outside and you can start queuing and we'll let everyone else in the centre once you've queued outside. And then when my mum comes over, he decides to change his story and like say to my mum that they were all sold out and you're not allowed to buy them anymore, which was weird. So we cry a bit, argue, security guards tell me to go away, shout at my friend Emily, have a go at us a bit, say that my mum is banned from parking in Westfield, we're banned from coming into Westfield again, they need our names and addresses, they're going to take our like number plate numbers down, all shit like that. We talked to other 1D people, and I think they're actually following me on Twitter right now, I'm not sure. And they're like, they come all the way from Eastbourne, Leicester. Some girl got told to F off by one of the security guards. It was appalling really what had happened that night. We didn't know what was going on, if I'm honest. So we go home. It was a 2-hour drive. My friend Hayley went home, and my friend Emily stayed around. That next morning we found out people were selling the wristbands. They're selling them. Obviously we were going to sleep there actually and wait and see if anyone would sell them. But obviously my sister's 7, so she couldn't. And if this ever gets to Harry, which is impossible because he's off to like Sweden and stuff, so he can't possibly watch it, and he probably won't, and he never will, which is pointless. But my sister got you a turtle toy, turtle sweets, and a top. Just thought I'd tell you. She's 7, by the way, and she cried. So yeah. We then like got up in the morning, it was about 8 or 7, and we were like, people are selling them. So we like got ready and travelled 60 stops from Essex all the way to Shepherd's Bush to Westfield. We ran all the way down, and when we got there it was like empty, and Westfield's huge, and we got lost about 5 times. When we finally got to WH Smith, there was like a lot of people, and we started asking people what was going on and talking to them. Everyone had wristbands and it was just a bit weird, and we didn't really know what was going on. And then this big bunch of girls come up, and they're really nice, and if they're watching this, hi girls, they were very nice to me and my friend Emily. We hadn't eaten breakfast or lunch by this point. It was about say like 11ish maybe, I'm not sure. We like came from WH Smith's like all the way over to Starbucks, and when we came down there's like some proper big riot going on, and they were running after this one security guard who was like guarding One Direction's car or something like that, and so everyone started running over, and then this one girl security guard says they're printing more tickets out, you need to go and queue in WH Smith's. I'm pissed off at this. I complained about this because that's terrible. She literally, all you heard was some fat scream. Literally, I think everyone that didn't have wristbands at that moment ran, and I nearly fell over, and so did my friend Emily, because she's like tiny, and like we ran, and then security guard said we just did that to make you move. I was appalled by that, if I'm honest. This video is going to be like 12 minutes long, and I'm sorry if I'm boring anyone right now, but I want to share my story. So we get annoyed and kick off a storm. Then like people are taking pictures for the sun, so we kind of poke our heads in the back, and then everyone starts running, so we start running too, and we run into the car park, and it's really sweet because everyone's like running downstairs saying, who do we want? One Direction, when do we want them now? And everyone was like running around, and then every time someone screamed we ran to where they were screaming, and then finally we like were all in like a big line along there. We waited for about 2 hours, I'd say, and it turned out that they weren't coming there, they were already in signing, and they were on the -3 level, so we waited for that long, and it was really funny. The security guard was going, if you don't calm down and get out the road, I'm going to cancel the event. And everyone was looking around like, mate, we haven't got wristbands, so if you cancel the event it doesn't really affect us that much. If I'm honest, we're probably not going to get to see him anyway. So everyone went off, and at that time we were all kind of together, like everyone didn't have wristbands, and it was only me and my friend Emily, so we didn't really know who to follow. We came up the escalators. It turns out they were just trying to make us move, and at that point we had like 1D written all over our faces and stuff, and we was like, right, we need to go down to level 3 because that's where they were, and we got kicked out of the lift by a security guard because we had One Direction t-shirts on. I mean, my friend Emily had the red and black t-shirt on from the thing they did. I love One Direction, probably can't see it, but yeah. And we had 1D on our faces, and they kicked us out of the lift because we had that on our faces and we were One Direction fans. And they basically treated us like scum. They were asking us to leave, shouting at us. We couldn't get to the signing. In the end we had to travel back 60 stops because my friend had to get home and stuff. But we did see him, well, we didn't actually see him drive off, we kind of just saw him kind of go, and we didn't really get to wave and take any pictures. But you know, after crying for about non-stop when I got home, it was okay. We sat on the floor outside WH Smith's and just cried after that happened because we'd waited there for ages and stuff. And all the people with wristbands apparently knew that that was going to happen because it was all set up or something, I don't even know. So I'm sorry if I've bored anyone with this very long video about my sad story. I don't know, I'm going to try and look how long this is. It's only 8 minutes so far, but yeah. I'm sorry to everyone else who got shout out Westfield. I mean, it's not the end of the world. It seems like it right now, and it probably, they're not going to do any more signings, but you know, at least you didn't like spend £30 on a present, and if you did, then you're not alone, because I did too. So please watch all of this because it won't make any sense if you watch like some of it and then not all of it. Okay, so yeah. Oh, thanks to everyone who came up to me and like told me what was happening and stuff, and all the people I talked to that day, and the little girl that was in front of me who was on her own and had her mum and her sister on the other side of the car park was very sweet too. So yeah, all the people that didn't have wristbands were lovely and everything, and it's actually quite funny in the end of it, like running around the car park, even though I have blisters all over my feet. But you know, what are you going to do? I slept for 2 hours, literally 2 hours, and travelled so much. It's the life of being a fangirl.